evil. Amen. Okay, this afternoon, this is the first of the series that we are looking at the ailments, yung sakit natin, not from the usual way we hear from the clinic or from consultations. Instead, I am trying to view the sickness from the point of view of the brain.
Father, I cannot hear you.
Ay, you cannot hear us?
Father, there is no sound.
Okay.
Naririnig ko po, Father.
No sound yet? Hello?
Ma'am Doris, pa-restart mo
Meron
po.
po, meron po.
Meron na?
Meron po, Father. I-restart po ni Miss Doris yung ano niya, yung pong sa kanya.
Okay.
Meron po, Father.
Okay, sige. So, starting today, the first of the series, we are trying to view ailments, titingnan natin yung sakit, hindi sa naririnig natin lagi sa hospital o sa clinic, kundi I am trying to see it from the point of view of the brain. No? Tinatawag natin na sakit, no? Maari sa brain, hindi yan sakit. That is the management of the brain in order to keep us alive. Okay. So we will present. I will show you now. We start presenting. Give me a little time. Ito yun. Windows. Ito. Let me share. Okay. You see the first slide, management by the brain? Anybody? Just yes or no?
Yes po, nakikita po.
Okay, nakikita. So, management by the brain. A quick glance at what dehydration can do unsuspectedly. No? That H plus OH negative, that is the signature message of what I am doing, how we are conducting, or the authority behind my presentation. Okay. So, you see the second slide?
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes po.
From the point of view of the brain, no? The brain monitors the conditions of every body parts, no? Through the nervous system. How they are functioning or not. So if they are not functioning, the brain will modify something. No? So it is the brain making a decision in order to save life. So you compare, for example, bakit nagkaka-high blood, bakit tumataas yung pressure? Kasi may nakikita ang brain na hindi normal ang takbo ng dugo. So that is what we are going to see this afternoon, no? Okay. All right. So these are the things we will to see. This afternoon we'll see the first 10. Then the other Saturdays or the other months we'll see the others. Okay. a look at the nature of the body parts and elements, forms, and their characteristics. No? We will better understand that this way. Okay. Characteristic form of the blood. Did you see the blue arrow? That's 91% water. So blood is not the whole thing that you see, red lang siya, pula. No. There is 91% of that is water. Pag hindi yan 91% o mas mababa pa dyan sa 91%, then you have a problem. No? So what is that problem? Okay. Ito yon. Pag laboratory ka, complete blood count, hindi complete ang natatanggap mo. Walang balita yung tubig. No? But if you are dehydrated, if your blood is less than 91%, the blood becomes thick. Okay? And thick blood needs more pressure to deliver oxygen to the heart. That's why the brain starts the heart to pump stronger kasi malapot yung dugo, mahirap patakbuhin. No? Dahil kulang ang water content sa blood. That's why it's very important na you are hydrated. Pag hindi, idadaan mo lang sa gamot. No? Okay. So the first, your top corner is the first help is water. To make your blood thin. Okay. So, okay, let's next slide. Okay, so here is the summary of that high blood. Stress dehydrates. Okay. It reduces the water content in the blood composition, causing the blood pH to drop towards acid level and triggers the brain to modify function to save life. What is the function modified? Increase the pumping of the heart. Instead of the normal pressure, tataas niya para makadeliver siya oxygen sa heart. So, it's na, okay. So, modify functions like raise BP or makikita mo even irritability sa tao or yung sa tao naman sometimes craving for anything to isaksak sa katawan, to drink or anything. No? So, those are things that a person must discover or must identify na kulang na tubig yung katawan niya. All right. So, we are through with the high blood. And the next one is diabetes. No? What is diabetes? Mataas yung sugar sa blood. No? So, you have a kind of diagram there. Kulang, normal, and then sobra ang blood. Okay. So, bakit may diabetes? Okay. Diabetes 2. The pancreas must produce about 240 ml of digestive juices to process fats. That's insulin among them. No? So the pancreas needs much water to produce insulin. And when that water is not enough, this is what happens. Okay. The white block on the left side, that's the information I got from the internet. No? The least hydrated significantly more likely to have diabetes. No? So at the top is water help produce insulin. Pag kulang ang dehydration, when the body is dehydrated, the brain, this is the decision of the brain, does not allow the pancreas to produce insulin. Yan, that is the reason why you have no insulin. Kulang tubig ang katawan, hindi ka papayagan ng brain. Hindi payagan ng brain, i-modify niya yung function ng pancreas not to produce insulin kasi kulang ka na tubig. Okay, so diabetes 2 is no insulin production. Bakit there is no insulin production? No insulin means there is no key to bring glucose inside the cells. So the glucose remain outside the cells. It remains in the blood. That's why mataas ang sugar mo sa blood. That's diabetes. So anong help mo is talaga hydrate the body so that the pancreas will be allowed to produce insulin. If you are, this is Feridone, if you are really consistently dehydrated, the brain can even permanently stop the pancreas to produce insulin. And that's, you will have to inject yourself with the insulin. So, how dehydration can damage your body system. Okay, this is the summary. Dehydration inhibits insulin production. Insulin is the key to let the glucose get into the cells. Without insulin, the glucose remains in the blood. That's diabetes. So how important it is to be hydrated all the time. Okay, we are through with diabetes. Gout. What is gout? Crystals of uric acid in the joint. You see the arrow there. There are plenty of crystals na hindi natutunaw dahil walang lubrication. So that is gout. Okay. Gout is the presence of uric acid crystals in the joints. Bakit nagkaroon? No? The brain, the moment the person is dehydrated, the brain gives priority to the production of the bone marrow. So, the bone marrow in the bones. So, lahat ng tubig muna, lahat ng tubig, gagamitin niya muna sa production ng bone marrow. Walang makarating sa joints. Yan, nadidistort yung fingers, masakit yung joints kasi yung tubig ginamit muna sa production ng bone marrow at sa bones. Walang makarating sa fingers o sa extremities. And the toes, usually your gout is at the end, there that doon sa big toe. That's the end of the, So, ang production ng bone marrow sa paa, sa legs, doon haharangin mo na yung tubig. At if you do not have enough water, wala makarating doon sa daliri. Yun. The uric acid will produce its crystals. Yan, masakit yan. Okay? So the brain gives priority in the use of water in the making of the blood. Dehydration deprives the joints of water. Yan. Pag wala tubig doon, hindi matutunaw yung acid, walang oxygen eh. No? Acid will thrive, will increase. Okay, here is the summary. Dehydration deprives the joints of water, oxygen, allowing uric acid crystals to grow. The pain from the acid burning is asking for water. In fact, your cure for, number one cure for your gout is not medicine, it's water. You can take plenty of tablets, but if you don't drink water, you will continue to suffer. Okay, back pain. The discs are, the discs are like hydraulic jacks to keep the body straight and agile and strong to carry loads. So on your right side, we have the picture of the spinal column. There are different layers of vertebra. In between the vertebra, you have the disc. That's your drawing on the right corner there. It has a particular shape. It's not round. It's kind of oblong. And designed to carry the weight, to move on the side or just straight, or you bend or backward or forward. My caution, if you are dehydrated, that disc flattens. Ayun, magkikita yung vertebrae, no? So the back pain is collapsing discs. Discs lost their hydraulic jack property due to dehydration. Walang tubig. Yan. So the solution really is to hydrate, to drink water. I put there the lower right corner. Now, if you're 50 kilograms, you need 1.6 liter of water. If you are 60 kilograms, 2.2. If you are 70 kilograms, you need 2.5 liters a day. Daily yan, ha? Daily. If you are 80 kilograms, 2.6. Yan. So the heavier you are, the more liters of water you have to consume. When you undergo very stressful days, hot days, or plenty of problems, thinking problems, you have to compensate your water, your minimum intake. Okay. This is our back pain. Lower back pain especially. So, lower back pain, you have 5 disc of lumbar discs. The 5th, that is the lowest of the lumbar. The 5th disc, sa kanya lahat ng bigat ng ulo mo, ang bigat ng upper torso mo, sa kanya bumabagsak. No? So, if you are dehydrated, the first one to suffer of the 5 discs is the lowest, number 5. And grabe, gumuguhit ang ang sakit diyan. No? So disc thinning away for lack of water. No? Okay, so the load, the weight of the head and the upper torso, kinakarga ng 5th lumbar. Ay pag hindi siya hydrated, talagang aangal ka sa sakit. So your solution, your first help is water, the upper corner at the right. Okay? Yeah. So dehydration flattens the discs in the vertebrae, causing compression of the bones and cause excruciating pain. The fifth lumbar carries the weight of the upper torso and head. No? Yung spondylosis sa cervical discs, kung minsan hindi ka na you cannot twist your neck. Medyo masakit yan pag nagkikita na yung vertebra. No? Due to dehydration. Okay. So that's about back pain. Kulang tubig ang mga discs, no? Because of your dehydration or you don't drink enough. Blast cells, leukemia. No? Bakit you have plenty of blast cells? Anong mga blast cells na yan sa leukemia? They are white blood cells na hindi na kumpleto ang kanilang production ng formation. No? Bakit? Okay, we are going to see it now. No? Why no blood circulation in the capillaries of the bone marrow? Okay, we are going to see it now. Okay, leukemia, for example. Is no blood circulation in the capillaries of the bone marrow. No oxygen. You see the arrow, bone marrow, capillaries. Okay, ganito yan ang story niyan. Leukemia is extreme fatigue and extreme dehydration. No? Pag extreme na yung fatigue at saka dehydration, the brain addresses survival. So gamitin niya muna ang tubig na available sa katawan mo for survival. Hindi siya magpapadala ng blood circulation sa capillaries, sa bones. Okay. Without blood circulation in the capillaries, in the bones, because the brain now is addressing survival, the long-term process of producing bone marrow, isacrifice niya muna. But that sacrifice will deprive the blood circulation, it will deprive oxygen sa capillary sa bone marrow. And the area becomes acid. No? So, the formation of the blood, doon ginagawa yung dugo sa bone marrow. Pag instead of oxygen ang ibigay mo, vinegar, no? Fermented, no? Or acid ang nasasagap ng formation or pagpagawa ng blood, then your blood cells come out. Now the blood formation suffer. No? That's why you have plenty of what is this? Okay. So what's the best thing to do there? Okay, the next slide. Okay. So leukemia is blood infection. Bakit na-infect yung blood? Dahil walang blood circulation sa capillaries. Nagiging acid yung bone marrow. Yung area nandun. No? Why? In severe dehydration and fatigue, the brain prioritizes survival in the use of water. So it shuts down blood circulation in the capillaries, in the bone marrow. No? So the bone marrow does not receive oxygen. Without oxygen, the others, it becomes acidic. It becomes the area. and acid is not the correct environment to produce your blood. Okay? So the environment of the bone marrow becomes acidic, thus giving wrong nourishment to the cells to breathe, producing blast cells. Okay. So your first help is talaga hydrate ka. Huh? Okay, I have done this several times. No, pag may tumawag na may nakita sa laboratory na mataas yung white blood cells, pag wala sila essence, no, I ask them to boil their water, drinking water. You boil your drinking water for at least 10 minutes under 100 degrees centigrade sa boiling point. No? So you boiling your water at that temperature for 10 minutes, your water becomes alkaline. So the boiled water is alkaline. It's not just in the outback, so doon sa mountain climbings and so on. They boil their water. It's not just to kill the bacteria. No? It has another property, no, to that alkaline thing. No? So any infection, any acid, because of fatigue or dehydration, the alkaline water will neutralize the acid, so you can survive. We have done that when they called up, for example, na may nakitang tumaas yung white blood cells, kung wala sila alkaline water, yun ang sinasabi ko sa kanila. Pakuluan yung tubig nyo for at least 10 minutes under that temperature. And true enough, the next laboratory they found that na-reduce na yung blast cells, na-reduce na yung mataas na white blood cells. Okay. So here it is, the summary. So dehydration suspends blood circulation in the capillaries in the bone marrow. So no blood circulation means no oxygen. No oxygen means fermentation, acid in the bone marrow area. Acid infects the the white blood cells. So it infects the blood production. That's leukemia. All right. So, ano yung sinabi ko kanina, a quick glance at the effect of dehydration. We can lecture long more time, but anyway, at least nakikita nyo kung anong dahilan naging leukemia, anong decision ng brain, hindi niya papadalhan ng oxygen ang bone marrow. Dahil the brain is addressing survival dahil sa fatigue and extreme dehydration. You see, that's leukemia. No? Cramps. Yan. Your muscles, our muscles, hindi yan solid. Mga sinulid yan. Fibers. Na sa pagitan ng fibers, there are capillaries delivering blood and water. Pag sobra ng laro mo na hindi ka umiinom tubig, walang tumatakbo na blood or tubig sa capillaries, sa muscles, maninigas yung muscles mo. So that's how you see the football players just fall down in the middle of the fields, no, of cramps. Okay, so that's the characteristic form of for muscle cramps, no? Naninigas yung muscles. And it is the brain decision to harden that muscle, to stop you from moving, because more movements will cause you more pain or even death. No? So your hardening, the hardening of your muscles is natural decision of the brain to stop you from moving, because more movements without hydration will kill you. No? So the muscle is overworked with no lubrication. You can imagine. No? Okay, next slide. Still cramp, but this time I am bringing your attention to the chest pain. Sanay tayo makita yung football field na may mga sa basketball o sa football na tutumba lang mga tao. Pero how about chest pain? It is not cholesterol. It is dehydration. The muscles of the heart are working so hard without lubrication, then you will experience that chest pain. So the muscles are overworked with no lubrication, lack of blood and water in the capillaries in the muscles. Yan. That's cramps. It will stop your muscle, your leg. It will stop your heart. And that is what Dwight Lundell also saw in the operating table. Hindi niya nakikita o marami siyang operasyon na gawa, no? Hindi dahil cholesterol. Namamaga yung puso. Dahil, yan, muscle cramps. So CVD is not necessarily cholesterol. Is also dehydration possible. Okay, ito yan. Ang explanation ko sa heart. A look at the heart muscle. Cramp, chest pain. They're similar. No? Sa paa makikita mo, yung heart hindi mo nakikita na is suffering dehydration. Sa paa nakikita mo naninigas ng muscles mo. No? But look, the heart and the muscle legs, they are all muscles. And when there is no blood circulation in the capillaries of the muscles, you are in for trouble. No? So the muscles are overworked with no lubrication, dehydrated blood. No? So the water content in the blood is not 91% anymore. Then we suffer the consequence. Okay, so dehydration deprives the muscles, all muscles, heart, stomach, limbs, of blood and water in the capillaries. Without lubrication, the muscles harden, your cramp. No? And it is possible also the cardiovascular disease that they want to name it that way. And sometimes they blame cholesterol. Okay, this is asthma. When you go to consult the doctor for asthma, they will give you once antihistamine. Why? Because histamine is abundant in the bronchioles. And what is histamine doing in the bronchioles? It is tightening the bronchioles, no? So that you are not going to lose more water. No? So the presence of histamine is acid in the bronchioles. It tightens the muscles around the bronchioles. So the lumen, no, where the air pass, no, to breathe, lumiliit. Kaya mahirap huminga pag may asthma ka dyan. Dahil hinigpitan ng acid ng histamine ang bronchioles. Bakit nagpadala ang brain ng histamine sa bronchioles? Because you lack water. And the more ito yun. The next slide is interesting. Okay. No? When you breathe, when you talk, you lose water. Talkative people lose water. Okay. So, in cold environment, when you speak, when you breathe, you can see the steam, the water coming out from your body. No? When you are suffering asthma, talking or breathing loses water. The brain makes a decision to provide histamine in the lungs to prevent you from losing water because you are already dehydrated. No? So histamine tightens the bronchioles not to lose water anymore. When talking or breathing, one loses water. Yeah. So that's asthma. So what is the cure for asthma? Water and salt. Sea salt is the best antihistamine. When you nebulize, anong binibigay sa'yo? Salt. Okay. So dehydration triggers the brain to send histamine to the bronchioles to tighten the lumen in order not to allow you to lose more water when talking or breathing. Okay. So your solution is really hydration. All right. Hepatitis B, no? Okay. Hepa B. They say that the Hepa B is irreversible. No? We have at least 2 cases of having reversed it. No. One was the instructor here who wanted to go abroad. He could not go abroad because he was positive of Hepa B. And he tried the alkaline. And we have managed to reverse that. No? So Hepa B is infection of the liver. No? A viral activity thrives in the hypoxic environment in the liver. Hypoxic is low oxygen. Ayan. So by hydrating properly the liver, the liver can survive. Okay. Dehydration deprives the liver of the means, water, to handle both friendly and toxic substances coming from the mouth, when we eat. So everything we eat. Okay. This is about inflammation. Inflammation in itself is good, but it is calling for help already. No? Actually, inflammation is the second step to healing process. When you have a wound, there are 4 steps to healing. When you prick your arm or something like that, the first thing is to coagulate the blood on the wound, to stop bleeding. When you stop bleeding, the next thing is the inflammation, because the brain starts to send blood, red blood cells with plenty of nutrients to effect healing. And then the other process is just finishing, refining the healing process. So in itself, inflammation is not bad. It is already telling you that the brain is already processing healing, but it might need your intervention. That's more water. No, so inflammation, an infection triggers the brain to send help, blood, to muscles, joints, body parts, wounds, to begin healing. Why blood? Because blood is 94% or 91 to 94% water. That means oxygen. So, when there is an inflammation, we experience pain, but that pain is asking for water. So we have to identify, must know how to identify that pain. We go for medication, no problem, but water is essential. So dehydration frustrates the intention of the brain to initiate healing. Inflammation is step 2 of 4 steps in healing a wound, for example. All right. So that is inflammation. Bigla na lang masasakit yung joints, masakit yung muscles. Any pain that you experience, please run for water first. Kidney stones. Kidney stones are calcium deposits. No? Okay. Why do you have calciums in the blood or in the kidney? Okay, here it is. No? Kidney stones are calcium deposits. When the blood pH go toward acid, bumababa na yung pH, the blood pH drop. The brain takes calcium from the bones and runs it in the blood vessels to maintain the pH of the blood. The blood pH is very narrow. It's 3.4, something like that, and then 4 point something. No, there's a very narrow range to maintain the pH of the blood. Outside, when the blood pH is outside that, it can mean also death. No, so the brain is very alert to watch the pH of the blood. When the blood pH go towards acid, the brain will take calcium. That's why you are chronically or continuously dehydrated. You will suffer osteoporosis. Butas-butas yung bones mo because the brain takes calcium from the bones to run them in your blood. And when that is too much, then you accumulate your calcium in the gallbladder or in the kidney. Anong solution? Hydration, please. So when you are chronically very often dehydrated, the next possible pain and the next possible ailments you have is osteoporosis. The compactness of your bones, and then the bones loses compactness. Pag nabagsak ka sa bathroom, basag yung bones mo. Those are the risks. Okay. Cause dehydration. No? Okay. Dehydration incapacitates the kidneys to do their filtering job due to very concentrated urine texture for lack of water. Isa pa yun. Pag bumaba ang water content sa blood, the urine becomes concentrated, mahirap siya i-filter. Kaya nasisira din yung kidney. At ano yan eh, pag diabetic ka, sunod na yung kidney problem, then high blood. Magpinsan yung tatlo. Okay. So for this afternoon, we have those. No? These are things that we have addressed in the last 24 years. No, we have addressed so many cases. No? And isa lang ang binibigay ko, that is alkaline water. No? What is in alkaline water? It is oxygen. Okay. We have even addressed cancer. No? Okay. How that happen? Okay, here is the example. Iron exposed to water, iron becomes rust. It becomes rust. You produce rust. Rust is neither iron nor oxygen. Okay. Cancer, there are also atoms. No? Cancer exposed to oxygen, it becomes waste. Waste is neither oxygen nor cancer. A practical example of this are now the oxygen hyperbaric chambers. Now they put the person in a high pressured oxygen room to breathe oxygen because he has cancer or wound, no, to initiate healing. Okay. Okay, here is we help consultation. And the worst thing that happen to patients is when they receive the news that they have cancer. The stress, they cannot sleep, they cannot what this is. So how to help these people? Okay, I have a kind of resort, no, intervention, blood test. So there are cancer antigens. They are not medicine. They are not cures. They are antigens. They are telling us what's running in your blood. No, so EFP, alpha protein for liver, colon, there marami yan. CE125 for ovary, CE15-3 for breast. Okay, so those are antigens na kung they are within na after, for example, after operation, after or they are having medication because of your cancer, it is okay to have this blood test. They are blood tests. They are not biopsies. No? So, the purpose is to see what's running in your blood. If there are no more cancer cells running in your blood, please be serene. Because your stress kills you more than maybe the cancer that you are undergoing. You know? So, to help these people, to counter the stress they are experiencing because they think they have been condemned to death already. This is a very simple method to have blood tests for or antigens for what you are suspecting you have. And if your blood test says there is nothing more running in that blood, then you can be quiet, no? Be serene, no? So do not look for what you cannot see. All right. What is the authority behind what we are claiming? No, oxygen exposed, our ion exposed to oxygen becomes rust. It is the electronegative property of oxygen. No? Okay, here is the better repetition lang ng nakita nyo kanina. No? So it becomes waste, it becomes rust. How did that happen? That is the electronegative property of oxygen to when you expose it to oxygen. No? In fact, there is now a practice now before they operate boils or this thing, they inject into the boil hydrogen peroxide before they operate. Why? Hydrogen peroxide is H2O2. It's water. What is in that water? A strong level of oxygen. It's 2O2. No? Okay, so that's hydrogen peroxide. All right, I end here. Stop sharing. Okay, we're back here now. So I hope that we have. It was as if very fast glance to identify what's wrong with leukemia, what's wrong with back pain, what's wrong with diabetes, what's wrong with high blood. All of them are telling us one thing: dehydration. So what is your remedy? Hydrate. Hydrate. Okay. I can entertain what this is. By the way, this past week, I have received several consultation, no? And I have also received already a feedback, no? After 1 month or 2 months that they have been under hydration or following the hydration method of drinking water according to the demands of their weight. You know? They send me already feedback that they are improving. No? So that's consoling. Okay. Yes, anything to... Oh no, wala. Okay. Yeah. So any clarification maybe or question about diabetes, leukemia, ano, the most common here is high blood and diabetes. The others are rare, but they happen. Cramps, and cardiovascular disease. Be careful. It may not be cholesterol. It is dehydration. Okay. Yeah, I am available for question or clarification on dehydration. My first booklet, the first booklet that I wrote is Dehydration Kills. And the second booklet is Oxygen Kills Cancer Cells. And the third booklet was Stress Contributes to Dehydration. Yeah. So when you become uneasy, when you notice you are irritable, when you notice you are looking for something to put into the body, go for water first. You are dehydrated.
Other question po.
Yes, please.
Apo. Yung sa enzyme po ba, nakakatulong po makapagpababa ng yung high blood po?
Ano? Sandali lang. Increase ko yung volume. Sandali. Where is the volume? Yeah. Okay. Can you repeat, please? Hello?
Enzyme po, Father,
Yeah.
nakakatulong pong makapagpababa ng high blood?
Oh, okay. The enzyme itself, no, not necessarily, but the volume of water you take with the enzyme is helping you a lot. The presence of the enzyme in the water is addressing any possible inflammation. But what contributes to lowering your high blood pressure is the volume of water content in the blood. Kanina sa slides, I put the arrow that blood is 91% water. No? So, basta yung tubig mo mataas sa dugo, manipis, your blood is thin. But the moment that blood content in the water content in the blood is not 91%, is lower than that, your blood becomes thick. And thick blood cannot run. You will require the heart to pump harder. And that is because the blood is dehydrated. The essence or the enzyme, no, in the water is making your water or giving your water another tool, that is the negative electrical charge. That anything acid, because acid is positive, no? Anything acid it encounters, it will short-circuit it and give it oxygen. So that's how it can help lower your high blood also. Water level, water content in the blood is critical to blood pressure. Office work, mental work is just as bad as physical work in terms of dehydrating the body. Brain works dehydrates. It's not just carrying load dehydrates, or you perspire, you dehydrate. No. The brain work consumes oxygen just as fast as carrying heavy loads. Okay.
Thank you po, Father. Thank you po.
Yeah. Okay. Juices, okay. Drinks, coffee, tea, juices, they are not water. You need water to digest them. So your coffee, your tea, your juices, your soft drinks, they are not substitute to water. You need water to even to digest them. So don't count your soft drinks, your juice, your tea, or your coffee as water. You will pay for it.
Father, paano po yung yung water na may lemon?
Okay. The lemon water, no? Lemon is acid. The pH of lemon is something like 2 or 3. No, that's quite strong acid. The moment you put that lemon into the water, it releases oxygen, and the pH goes up to something almost 7, almost neutral. So it does not make it alkaline, but it has released oxygen. It becomes weak acid, and weak acid is vitamin C. You know, so it facilitates the entry of other elements. So it does not become alkaline, but it brings the pH of that water with lemon to near neutral. And it has released oxygen in that what this is, no, water. So the pH of the lemon water is near neutral.
Counted po ba ito as water? Yung pong lemon water? Counted po ito as water?
Yeah, juice. Lemon
Okay
juice.
po. Okay po. Thank you po.
But you can, of course, the water content can help, no? Okay. But strictly speaking, you still need water to digest your juices. So to digest your coffee, your soft drinks, your juice, you need water to digest them. But they have other use, no? Like lemon, they are vitamin C's. They are weak acids. No? They facilitate the entry of other nutrients to the body. That's why they are. That's the vitamin C purpose, to strengthen the body and the ability of the body to take in nutrients. Okay. Yeah. Welcome.
Question po from chat
Yes,
box.
please.
Father, which is better? Lemon water or boiled water for 10 minutes?
Okay. They have different purpose. No. The lemon water is juice, so the vitamin C. No? It has a different function. Boiled water is alkaline. It is good to address infections. When you have fever, the best thing to take is boiled water to address, kasi fever signals infection. You do not know where it is. So hydrate with alkaline water. And boiled water is near alkaline, very near pH 8. Boiling water for 10 minutes under 100 degrees centigrade, something like that. The pH is almost 8, near 8. And the experiment of A.K. Brewer at pH 8, cancer cells died within 12 and 36 hours. That is A.K. Brewer. That means you deprive you convert the acid environment to neutral. And when the environment becomes oxygenated, cancer cells die. Cancer cells thrive in low or no oxygen environment. Yeah, you can cool your water. Basta na-boil mo siya. Yeah. You can cool it off before what is this. But the body, it is better na you get the room temperature water. Well, it depends what time you drink it. I would suggest you drink your cold water some 2 hours after eating, not immediately after during meals or after meals. The stomach needs heat to digest your food. If you pour cold water after eating, you cement your the oil. That's why in the Chinese eating, they have always hot tea while eating their fats, the fat foods, and their food is very fatty. They keep on drinking hot tea to facilitate digestion. But if you drink cold water with your fats, you cement the fats. Then when you cannot digest it, it is stored as fats. That's why uh, people who are very interested on cold water, you can't help it. They become stout because they cannot digest their food properly, so they are stored as fats. I don't see you don't no. I will not stop you from drinking your what you think you like, but I am giving the information that uh, drinking cold water immediately after eating may not help your digestion. The Italians, they drink their hot coffee, espresso after eating, after their heavy lunch. Uh, acid, the acid the acid in coffee helps digestion. But 2 hours after or 1 hour and a half after digestion is over, please drink water. Otherwise, you'll suffer GERD, acidity. Okay? So I hope that you are we convince ourselves that we have to drink water. No? Yeah, there is basta mga 70 kilos ka na ay that is my weight, no? My minimum tubig is 2.5 liters. When you don't take that, you get some headaches, you get uneasy, no? Because yeah, in some people, irritability. So pag may nakita kang tao palaging galit, buhusan mo tubig. Irritability is consequence of dehydration. Yeah, maraming mga tatanda, they become cranky, na? Because they don't drink enough water anymore. Not their fault. Because when you grow older, the sense of thirst, the monitoring system for thirst disappear. No? I mean, they deteriorate, so they do not give you exact information anymore. So the elderly, you cannot force them to drink water because they are not thirsty. That is true. You fight with them, you quarrel with them. But namamaga na yung arthritis. Yeah. But they will tell you they are not thirsty. Yes, because the sensor for thirst, no, disappears or deteriorates as you grow older. Yeah. Okay. So I hope that no, the what we call ailments, sickness, they are not sickness to the brain. They are decisions of the brain to keep your blood pressure high, to deliver more oxygen to your heart because your blood cannot run. No? So that's what I mean by the brain intervenes because the brain is monitoring every parts of the body, what's going on. It is all by the nervous system. It is all connected to the brain. And the brain receives the message, what's happening. No? Typical of this is pain. Pag na uh, na-hammer mo yung finger mo, ano? It sends a message to the brain of pain. So you have to address it. Or the jellyfish, they are acid. When they hit your skin, they leave the acids to burn your skin so that you attend to yourself, not to kill the jellyfish. Those are natural protection of slow-moving creature. You have plenty of acid or poison. No? So when you touch them, you have to address yourself first before you kill the jellyfish. Now they are nature protection, not because they are also creatures that must live. No? Okay, so we just have to respect them. But meanwhile, you get inflammation when the jellyfish touches your skin. It burns, the acid burns and sends the message of pain in the brain. And the brain, why you have inflammation? Bakit namumula yung dinaanan ng jellyfish? It is because the brain is sending plenty of blood in the area where there is acid. Why blood? Because blood is supposed to be 91% water. What's in water? Oxygen to neutralize the acid. A terrific brain. Terrific brain. No? A beautiful, if we meditate on the ability of the brain to manage the system, you cannot miss God. It's a beautiful meditation how the brain works. You can see the power of an intelligent being taking care of ourselves. Okay. So for this afternoon, I think we have more than 1 hour already. No?
Other question po.
Yes, please.
Father, yung sa gouty arthritis, yung mga acute gouty arthritis po, Father, may mga testimonies na po ba na yun nga po, yung mga deformed toes at saka yung mga joints na nag-subside po siya at kasi yung mga ano po, di ba, hindi masyado nakakalakad dahil sa pain at saka yung po,
I am one of them. Not gout, but arthritis on the knee. When to me, it happens one time. The knee really was very bad, no? And I was afraid that in the morning I cannot walk. You know what I did? Three times during the night, I put hot water, a towel on my knees, and the water with salt. Salt is alkaline. No? So, just wrap the towel on my knee kasi hindi mo malusob yan. Just wrap the towel on the knee and then take water with salt and pour on the towel and keep the towel there for some time. No? To address, salt is alkaline. Arthritis is uric acid, crystals of uric acid. Tutunawin mo yan. No? I did it 3 times at night. In the morning, I could walk. So, if you ask me if there is somebody, yes, the arthritis on the knee is terrible. You really, you cannot get out of your bed even. You can hardly get rise from your bed. But you have to address it, otherwise you cannot walk. And hot or warm water with salt, no? Warm water to open the pores, no? Hot warm water, and then the salt, the alkaline, to neutralize the uric acid. Yes, that's how I address my my arthritis on the knee. Yeah, senior citizens, you can expect. There are many complaints knocking on the door of senior citizens. And among them is really that arthritis. Yes, I hope I answered that. Okay. So thank you for listening, and I hope that no, this week I have at least 3 people, no, consultation, and then I receive at least 1 message that the 3 months that I was asking. Usually I ask for 3 months, no, and every month the monitor with the ultrasound or no, and two. One is yeah, 2. The other one did not like to stop drinking what he likes. Okay, but yeah, I told them to focus on the amount of drops in their water. No. Okay. Yeah, the senior citizens usually they have to go slow on anabolic nature of food. Anabolic means constructing. What are they? Soya, milk, cheese. No? For senior citizens, these are not very highly recommended anymore. These are constructing. They are now for senior citizens more on maintaining. You are not growing. We are not growing anymore. So the things that we like, sometimes they are not helping us anymore. Like cheese, milk. There are other formulas to take your calcium, not the cow milk or the no. These are anabolic food, meaning constructing food, building the body. We are not building them anymore. Senior citizen. We are maintaining and better takes high pH food, antioxidants food, and plenty of these are in the vegetables. You can take meat from time to time, but just to satisfy the the tongue, the taste, but they are not building. We do not need them anymore that much. Okay. So for today, I think we are okay. Next month again, we'll find. I decided to review this dehydration because uh, many people are suffering on this, not knowing that working brain, mental work dehydrates. Huh? Brain work dehydrates very fast, more than sa kargador. Okay, thank you.